Hey everyone, this is Matt from MMORPG.com, welcoming you to another episode of Inside the Den, a quick look at a game's features and overall gameplay. Today Inside the Den we take a look at Zentia from ChangYou. This is a 3D fantasy MMORPG based with a Chinese background, so something a little bit different. It's got a little bit cartoon anime feel. Now if you like what you see in this video and you want to learn more about Zentia, check out MMORPG.com or you can click the link below. Alright, here we go. So as you can see, I've already created my account. You can do that on their site. No password error. So I created a couple characters, kind of get used to the game, kind of play around a little bit. We're going to go through the character creation process so you guys can see that. So let's click New. And there's two factions, Fire or Water. We're going to go ahead and go with Water. And as you can see here, there's a lot of different character types or avatars, you could say. So you even got like these little babies, which are almost kind of creepy looking. But we'll run through each of them just really quick so you can get an idea. But with the avatars, you can see at the top there's 8 playable classes. So once we get through the last one, we're actually going to go with that guy. Kind of a slick little look. And you've got they're kind of just some different takes on your normal character classes. Mainly everything is kind of a little bit of, you know, chi based or mana type based, you know, that Eastern style. So Fire Mage, Divine Enchanter, Dark Revenant, Stormlord, Master Summoner, Rakasha Warrior. Let's go with a Blade Warden. So let's go there. And that's pretty much it. That's the end of the character customization. You pick your avatar, you pick your character class, and off you go. Now the game drops you directly into this tutorial, which is pretty easy and pretty quick to run through. Just click Finish, move on. It's got all these different little tutorial pieces. So they basically just want you to talk to each person, learn how to move around. You can move around with WAS and D, and you can also, you'll see there's auto-pathing. So you'll be able to go into your quest log and click Spirit Bunny, and you can see it. First it shows you a path, but if you double-click it, it'll auto-path. So I think I'm too close, so right now it's not actually allowing me to auto-path to it. So let's just run over here real quick. And of course, as the usual in these Chinese games, they always want you to slay cute little animals, whether it be mushrooms or bunnies. So let's continue on. Let's move on to the Luck Immortal. Alright, he's happy to see us. Accept. Wants us to get one of these guys' foxtails. You can see, game starts you out with one skill. Let's loot him. Loot this guy real quick. Take all. Close. So we got our foxtail. So let's go turn this in, and I think that's pretty much going to take us out of this area. There we go. Let's click him again. Yeah, we get an item. We'll select that. Finish, and off we go. B will bring up your backpack. And as usual in a lot of these different games, you get your little box that gives you kind of some starter items. Once we land in the next area, we'll be able to open that up and see some of the items. We can equip that hood. So I know Fraps has crashed on me here before. Oh, looks like they fixed that, so that's not going to do that again. So let's open this box and see what we get. So next time we'll be able to open that as level 3 Guidebook. So let's open that up. This is basically if you want to refer back to that as you're going through the game. You know, different items that you'll get throughout the game that you'll put in there. Some hit points potions, which is already dropped into my hotbar, so I can remove that. And just a little tip. So we're going to open that. Like I said, the game will drop that into your guidebook as you're going along. So let's finish that piece. So it wants me to go take out some jackals. So for some reason it doesn't seem to want to let me auto move to the area, but we know where we're going because these arrows give us a nice little directional heading. So while we're headed over here to take out some jackals, I'm going to show you guys a couple of things. They've got your normal kind of different actions, stuff like that. It's your social relations. You can add your friends and people you don't like or stuff like that. Then this is kind of an interesting piece. The game has these cards that you can get, and you can pick up disciplines. Kind of just some new stuff that actually got added with the latest patch. Not only that, but there's also an entire zone where you can get married and have like a wedding reception. If you're into that type of stuff. If you're not, then you don't have to take part in it. They also have these lucky charms which you can use and get off of killing different monsters, and you'll be able to use those to skill up attributes and get random different items. They also have, just leveled up right there, they also have, let me bring up the shop real quick, show you guys this. So this is a token shop. As you can see, a lot of new costume items. As usual in these Eastern games, very, very heavy on the costumes. There's our cart. Token trade, so you're able to get tokens when you're a little bit higher. I'm going to show you how to get those in a second. And Lucky Wheel, which is kind of a random item for these gold chips. And then here you can use their thing they call Z-Bay, which you can buy or sell items for tokens. And then you can obviously go back to that other section, the token trade, and you can buy items with your tokens. So kind of just a different take and feel, but it also allows you to turn gear that you get while you're playing into the normal currency or in-game currency that you would normally have to spend real world cash for. So use our skill here real quick. So it didn't take him out, but it's usually amazing, like so often in these games in the very beginning these monsters are so weak that you use your the skill that they give you and it just takes them out. This one actually doesn't seem to do too much damage. Let's see what it actually does. Base physical damage 13 to 15. So we finished that quest. Let's see if we can actually run back to that guy. Nope, it's going to make us run back. Now you can also click on the ground besides using WASD. Let's show you guys the map real quick. So this is kind of the starting area. You're actually here for a while until about level 20 or so. And then it has this, like I said, this guidebook that walks you through as you level up. It'll give you different things you can do, different people that you can go see, types of equipment that you should be looking at, arming yourself with, recommended strategies. And we're about to get to the pet system in a second as we get a new pet and also the first mount. And speaking of mounts, this game is crazy as far as their mounts. They've got all the way up to 10-player mounts that you can ride around on. There's some really cool ones that I've seen, some giant gorillas that you can ride around upon, unicorns, different stuff like that. So let's finish that quest. We've got an item. This ask for help. Item we use every 30 minutes. So here's the first. So we can get one of these different. Let's get Snarls Barkley. Little play on Charles Barkley for those of you that are actual basketball fans in the U.S. So we're going to open up this egg, and there's Snarls Barkley, our little dog. So let's drag him down here. Close that. Let's bring him out. There he is. And then here's the pet interface. And the pets do fight with you as you're adventuring, gain experience, and level up, and they are able to get different skills. So it's kind of cool. We'll have a little bit of a bonus adventure to help you along your way, so to say. So let's equip those. Accept. You go talk to this guy's wife. That was the other player. There we go. Kind of some cool interface pieces. Like I said, it's just a different take on an MMO. So if you're kind of a fan of anime or cartoon style stuff, this may be right up your alley. For those of you that are more into the realistic stuff, it may not. but it's definitely a game that has a lot of depth to it, and like I said, the pet system and the mount system is really pretty cool. So there we go. So what do we have here? Pet food. So we don't need to use any of that yet because our pet's in pretty good shape. So we leveled up again to level 3, so it tells us, congratulations, level 3, recommended strategy, click mouse control, keyboard control for more information. So let's go through and take a look. Here's our player info screen. And then these are just these seals you can use to there we go, gives you a good idea there. Use the soul stones to inlay your equipment to get extra benefit, and if you meet the requirements, you'll get hidden effects. So there's our costume. So you can actually have a fashion look or a equipment look, kind of up to you. Here's your different factions, and then there's obviously different titles. So it wants me to go collect 4 vanilla. Let's actually grab this quest real quick. Lee wants some bird eggs, and this is actually a quest that's repeatable. So you can head out here, and you'll see the bird eggs on the ground. There's a lot of different items that they have on the ground that you can pick up, collect in big bunches, and then go in and turn in to those specific NPCs. And they have them in all the different areas that I've seen, the NPCs that have those multiple quests. And then as you go up in levels, they have different ones that give more experience. So let's get these 2 more pieces of, let's collect 2 more bits of vanilla for this one quest. There we go. 1 more. And find Tammy, show her the new trick, so click on that, and I don't know why it's not letting me auto move to the area. What's this? Maybe this is... There we go. Auto track. This was clicked, so I wasn't able to click and move over to this person. So let's finish that. Great nature, bird eggs. So you can even click on that, and it'll give you the area that you want to go to. I'm trying to rush through this pretty quick, hoping that I don't run out of time, so I can show you guys the first mount that you get. So as you can see, you've got all these little bird eggs sitting on the ground, so we're just going to run around and collect a few really quick. I actually fucked up and missed that one. So take all, so 1 of 5. Little lag right there, but as usual with wraps, you're going to get a little bit of lag. So a couple more. Actually, the auto track was to do that. I don't know why that was causing me to not be able to automatically move where I wanted to. So let's get that. 1 more. And it looks like we actually didn't get one of the vanilla, so let's run over here and grab that so we can turn in these 2 quests. Get that last one. There we go. I must not have taken it. So let's double click, head over to him. Now the pet system is pretty unique. So essentially what you'll do is you take a pet or a monster down low in health, and then you will actually use a capture system. So you can capture basically anything in the game to be your pet. So kind of a cool little system, something different, not the usual. So let's accept that. Let's go turn in these bird eggs. I don't think we're gonna have enough time to show you guys, but you can see here all the different types of things that she wants me to go out and collect for her. Your backpack. Let's get these boots. Accept this quest. Let me show you a few more of the... There's our skills. Use the H key to bring up our skills. It's weird. Spacebar is not jump. Jump is actually J, and R turns your run and your walk off. Here's my different skills: basic attack and defense. You get more as you go up, and those are actually in scrolls. L brings up your usual quest system, and then you have Y brings up this world lore. Kind of gives you an idea of the things going on in the area that you're in, stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. So let's head. So as you can see, I hit R, so my run is off. And I don't know why it's not turning back on. Equip those. Getting some weird errors, but okay. It wants me to do it manually. But anyways, everybody, I am just about out of time. I hope you enjoyed today's trip inside the den. Don't forget to subscribe and keep yourself updated as each new episode is released. Sorry about that. If you want to play or learn more about Zentia, you can read our full review on MMOden.com, or you can click the link below. Till next time, thanks for watching.